Hey, if you clicked on this video, you've probably seen all these big Path of Exile YouTubers and streamers posting videos about how good this strat is. I am obviously talking about the Strongbox strat. Now, I've seen several videos of people saying that it is low budget and you make like 15 divs an hour and it's absolutely amazing and you're gonna make tons and tons of money, and that it's like the easiest strat that you could ever run, and you only need a couple of chaos per map and it's gonna make you absolute bank. I'm here today to test that strat out. I want to see if it's actually possible to make 15 div an hour, or if it's all just based on luck, if it is actually not as good as people say, or if it is as good as people say. Now, the strat contains of using 5 scarabs. You use 2 times an ambush scarab, 1 time in hidden compartments, 1 time a discernment, and 1 time a potency. You do need your 5 map device slots for this, so if you do not have 5 map device slots, this strategy sadly isn't for you, but it is fairly easy to get those 2 slots done. All you need to do is do a 10 Maven boss rush invite and a nightmare map. If your build is not up to running a nightmare map, you can always hire in a carry. It's not going to be that expensive. It'll give you your 5th map device slot, and that's going to make it way easier for you to make money, so I would highly suggest doing that. As for the maps, we're just running normal tier 16s. These are rare with 6 mods. I did put a rarity chisel on them just in case that helps a little bit. I have no idea if it is going to help a little bit, but we'll see. Now, as for the total investment of this strat, I put up my little calculator here. We have 25 maps. I paid 3C for those maps, so let's do 3 times 25. That is 75. Then we have 125 scarabs, about 1 chaos each, so that's another 125 chaos. And I bought 25 chisels for the rarity, which were 4 chaos each, so that is another 100 chaos on top of that. So we are spending about 300 chaos on this strategy to run 25 maps. If we divide that by 25, that means we pay 12 chaos per map for the strategy. Now, I personally believe that it's going to be very much up to chance how much money we're going to make. It depends on the right conditions, whether you're going to get Barrias, because they did reduce the spawn rate for Radon, or whatever his name is. So I think we might get 1, maybe 2 if we're lucky. It's also going to depend on how many strong boxes actually pop up into the Mirage after we talk to Vareshta. Then there's also the possibility that we're not gonna get any of these scarab strong boxes, which can drop the big loot. And then 4th, whether those scarab strong boxes actually do drop the big scarabs. So it is very much a chance-based strategy. I don't think you can call it a consistent moneymaker, unless you're able to run like 50 maps an hour, like just go in, run it in a minute, and then go back out. But you already need a Mage Blood build with close to a mirror in items, so yeah. I don't know. I figure like if you want to do a low investment strategy, then you're probably a person that doesn't have a lot of money. Otherwise, you would just run something with a little bit higher investment. But yeah, now before we hop in, I'm going to show you guys my Atlas tree so you guys know what we're working with. The most important thing next to the strong boxes is going to be blocking all of the other things in your map, so that is a higher chance for Vareshta to spawn right next to all your strong boxes. Your strong boxes usually, like, we're playing the Haunted Mine map because it's a very good layout for strong boxes, because it has these little garden sections inside of the Haunted Mansion that usually spawn most of your strong boxes in one spot, and we want Vareshta to spawn right next to that garden so that it is within the Mirage. When she does spawn next to this little garden part, you're gonna get, like, I would say at least 6 strong boxes in your Mirage. There is obviously a chance that they're going to be the scarab strong boxes, but how many we get, we'll have to see. Alright, so I'll showcase the first map that we do just so you guys can see what it is all about. So we go into the map. We're gonna look for Vareshta as soon as possible. We're not gonna do anything else. We're just gonna go in, I already see Strongboxes over here, so hopefully she's going to be right next to it. Alright, here's already one of the chance-based things I'm talking about. The Strongboxes are here, but the Mirage is outside of the Strongbox area. So we're going to get Varashta over here because there is a shrine. She spawned right next to the shrine, right? So this already renders this entire map completely useless, which is why I was so prone on trying this strat out, right? Like, we'll have one Strongbox in here, which is absolutely crazy. So we'll open her up. And we'll have a little look-see about what we're going to get. But yeah, obviously this is, like, we're gonna armor a Strongbox. This thing is not gonna drop a single thing. Like, we didn't get anything, right? We can do the boss, which is nice, I guess, but also completely useless. So yeah, we killed the boss, and we don't have Strongboxes because the Strongboxes actually spawned in this area over here. So this is why it's so important to test these strats before, like, blindly believing any YouTuber or streamer. Like, take everything I say with a grain of salt as well, right? Like, I am not a expert on everything. So this is why I really want to test this kind of stuff. But yeah, as you can see, we didn't get anything from this map. Like, the loot was horrible. But that is the gist of it. You go in, you look for Varashta. You enter the Mirage, you open as many Strongboxes as has spawned in there. Hope for the operative Strongboxes. Those are the ones that have the scarabs inside. Obviously, Arcanist Strongbox can be really good as well. If you get a Divine, it'll drop 2 because of the node on the tree that doubles all the currency from Strongboxes and stuff like that. So I'm going to add all this loot to this tab that we're going to check out with Wealthy Exile at the end and see how much money we actually made. Now remember, our total investment was 300 chaos or 12 chaos per map. So hopefully we're going to make a little bit of money, but I am very, very skeptical whether we're going to make those 15 divines or not. I can probably run about 25 maps an hour if I'm, like, slow, because I do have a mage blood. I can run these pretty quickly, but I would just say 25 maps in an hour is probably all right. Even if you don't have a mage blood, you should be able to do 20 to 25 maps per hour. So we'll see how much we end up with. I'll show you guys the highlights, and then we'll get into the results. See you guys very soon. Alright, we are done running the 25 maps, and as you can see, we have almost a full quad tab. We got 3 containments, 1 bloodlines, 1 memory of loneliness, 7 raw divine orbs, which 6 of those came from boxes. 1 of them was a raw drop. We got 2 barriers, and we got 1 empowered mirage map. We got a ton, and an absolute ton, of scarabs and bubble currency. We actually pulled a Diala's Malefaction from a seer. Was kind of like, okay, I don't know why I got a seer, because I never fully cleared the maps, but hey, I'll take it. It's an extra 100C. But yeah, let's take a look at Wealthy Exile. So over here, I have my stash in Wealthy Exile. As you can see, we made 32 divines. My I don't know. I was kind of like expecting that it wouldn't be that much. I was expecting to make like maybe like 10 divines, but gotta give it to them. It's real. Like we made 32 divines, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, the strategy is a total pass. This is awesome. You make cash. Hopefully this video helped you guys out, whether you should test this or not. It probably took me like a little over an hour to run this, so for a normal build without my movement speed, I would say yes. This is about 15 divines an hour, which is bonkers for a low investment strat like this. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. If you want to see more Path of Exile content in the future, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you want to watch me live, head over to my Twitch. The link will be in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.